Good afternoon, traders. It is Tuesday, January 30th, 2018, and the U.S. stock market is closed. Hey, we've been having such a fabulous run here. I think we made 136,000 or something like that in December, and last weekend I totaled it up, and were up like 96,000 for January, and that was in spite of the fact I missed a $50,000 day right at the beginning of January. With that $50,000 day, we would have been at par for what we did in December. So a fabulous run for 8 weeks. Well, anytime you get a fabulous run like that, you got to expect, if you're a trader, that it could end sometime, at least temporarily, and you could get your head handed to you. And that's kind of what happened today, although actually we didn't get our head handed to us. What happened was we had $8,000 in positive open trade equity yesterday on the close. Looked real good, looked fabulous. And this morning, the Dow, you can see here, it gapped way down, like a couple hundred points, and we opened pretty bad. And by the time we got out, we had closed out negative $12,000. So we went from positive 8 to negative 12. But even that is not too bad, honestly. The Dow ended up falling 363 points today. I feel sorry for the president. Is doing a State of the Union speech tonight, and he will most definitely talk about the fantastic gains we've seen in the stock market since he took office a year ago, and those gains are very real. But unfortunately, there's going to be a little grumbling in the crowd there, because he's talking when the Dow has fallen over 600 points in the last 2 days. And I say I feel sorry for him just because I'm a trader, and I know markets are insane, and they never keep going up and up. You do get corrections, and that's all this is. It's nothing to be concerned about. Actually, I'm kind of happy to see this run break some, because I think it's going to bring in profits for us later on. The important thing as far as our system goes, not the State of the Union, is that with a 363 point drop in the Dow today, we didn't buy a single thing. We're flat. And that's right where you want to be when you get a huge downside move. And that's why our system makes money. We buy a lot when the market's going up. We don't buy when it's going down. That's all you got to do to make money in this game. And the system holds up very nicely in that regard. Anyway, this is just something that happens, and I'm actually not very disappointed at all. I think we got out of this very nicely. Everything considered, I don't know. It'll probably go down more tomorrow. We could be set up here for a correction. And, the thing about market corrections is they're not a correction until they scare the hell out of just about everybody else. And that could happen here. And, I'm prepared for it. I'm not worried about it. We will make a lot of money on the upside when the thing turns around. So we just have to wait and see. But it doesn't surprise me at all that this thing finally showed some weakness after all this strength we've seen. I don't have too much to show you. I'll just show you one stock here, just show you how frustrating today was. and this was our best trade. This is Verastem Incorporated. I think I showed you this yesterday. We had bought this on Friday, and it took off yesterday, very strong. And then look at this thing this morning. It gaps up. I mean, this was beautiful. This was beautiful. This was beautiful. When it got up here, we're up over $10,000 in Verastem. Beautiful. Looks like a beautiful trade. And then in less than 15 minutes, it comes down here and stops us out for $5,000 in profit. So $5,000 profit isn't so bad, but when you see it goes from 10,000 to 5,000 in about 15 minutes, it's kind of disheartening. And that is the best thing we had today. Anyway, it's okay. Things like that happen. If you're a trader and can't take this, you need to look for a day job. This happens in markets all the time, and just shrug it off, wipe off the blood, and go in tomorrow. And that's what I'm going to do. This is Trader Bob signing off. I will be back here tomorrow on Wednesday.